Hey everyone, welcome back to ArxangelRC. No reviews today, but a quick summary of what went down in the Macedonian city of Prilep over the weekend, where the Phoenix FPV race was held as part of the FAI World Cup rounds. For those of you that have followed my Facebook posts, you may have guessed that my performance was definitely not up to the level needed to win anything, but I didn't go there with that in mind. I actually do most of my race quad flying during such races, so it is a good chance for me to train. I came last, but that should not come as a surprise. I had tons of fun and I think I improved my flying a bit from the previous race. A big surprise for me were the FPV model gates that were used, as they're about twice smaller than the ones we used for the races here in Bulgaria, and I had a hard enough time making it through those. Actually, I think the height was one of my biggest problems, as demonstrated in this first ever attempt to make it through one of these gates. Thankfully, the new GEP RC props I had were proving to be much tougher than the Dow RC ones I used on the previous race, so at least I didn't have to replace them after every crash. Also, this time I managed to complete the 3 laps required on the first start, which had never happened before, but I guess there is a first time for everything. A few rounds later, I did manage to improve my time a little, but it wasn't enough to get me away from that last place. Even though this time we were the international presence at the race, there was a girl from Italy, Lorenza De Giorgi, and she was doing pretty well, certainly much better than I was. I guess experience does matter. All those thousands of hours of long-range FPV and planes in general really do nothing for me on a quad racetrack. I really think I should start training on such small gates just to be prepared, but if the race has larger ones, so much the better. But enough about me. There were some really good performers in this race. For Macedonia, those were Bojan Nikov and his father Alex Nikov, and for Bulgaria they were Dilian Pechev, Zlatko Radev and Kaloyan Dimitrov. Really impressive flying, guys. For me, it is wondrous how you manage to make it through those small gates at such speeds without totaling those copters and still manage to make 3 full laps and finish. Unbelievable flying from all of them. I certainly have a long way to go, and the 14-year-old Georgi Georgiev came after them, but was very close, so damn good performance from him as well. And our youngest talent, who is only 6 years old right now, will join the races next year when he has gotten some more flying done. The final was between Bojan from Macedonia and Dilian from Bulgaria, and both of them fly insanely well, and it would have been an even more nerve-wracking final run if Bojan hadn't hit a gate and ended upside down, thus not being able to continue, so the first place went to Dilian. Well done, mate. Well done. Racing of this type really puts the abilities of the person as well as the gear to the test, and I have to say I'm seriously impressed how well those motors and ECs are handling abuse like this. And the crashes, OMG, the crashes were spectacular. It is one thing when I crash at the pathetic speeds that I can manage, but it is quite another when one of the skilled guys crashes, as they are going full speed through the course and the forces involved in such a crash are immense, and still those bloody copters keep going and don't break. You get the occasional broken or bent props, but they just keep going. It is outstanding how durable these have become. I fear the day when they will have a mind of their own and would start hunting us down. These things are unkillable. Anyway, after the end of the racing, I was able to do a flight with my Nano Talon, which again flew beautifully and just refused to come down for a landing. As I was doing this, I got selfie assaulted by Lorenza and a few of the other racers, which wasn't very fair. I didn't even know this was going on around me, could only hear the laughs. I even got my Phantom 3 in the air and tried to make it to the top of the nearby hill, but thanks to DJI's 500-meter flight ceiling limit, I was not going to make it. I was able to get out to about 3 kilometers up the hill, and at that point my app crashed, so I turned back, but it was an amazing sight nonetheless. But enough about technicalities. Overall, the weather was very good and our hosts had done an outstanding job organizing this whole event. All of us had a lot of fun and an absolutely amazing time. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Zdravko Todorowski and everybody involved in organizing this. We would absolutely love to come back again next time, and hopefully I will have a bit more skill to show. Now it is time for me to get some review work done. Don't forget to like and subscribe here and also on Facebook. Happy racing, and I will see you all very soon.